we do it smarter because we can, because we know how to do it smarter.
Finally, Anne, where do you see this program going in the long term?
Well, we're really comfortable with the way we're doing it now, and it's been a good experience having Chris here for the 3 months. We'd be comfortable to make that an annual situation where Chris, or if it's somebody else in the future, the same thing, they come here for a period of time. You know, it's cost effective for us with Chris and whoever working from Bangalore. I mean, we'd have to reconsider if it was going to be having somebody come here permanently, but what we're doing now, it's been a good experience, and I think we'd continue with that model.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with us today, Anne, and we'll now open the line for questions.
So I would like to invite anybody who's online, if they do have some questions for Anne Turner from Cordner, Wilson, Ludeke about their experience with BOSS in resourcing, you're most welcome to ask those questions now. We also have Steve Foster, the Managing Director of BOSS in Resource Accounting, on the line as well, and he's on hand to answer any questions.
Come on, don't be afraid, come on.
Yeah, look, it's Mike. Can you hear me, Steve?
Yeah, g'day Mike, how are you, mate?
Good, mate, good. Just, how does Anne plan to communicate with clients? I know there she said that she was going to put something in an engagement letter, but like from an education point of view, you're actually going to get out there and sit down with the client and explain it, or just sort of a brush over approach, or?
No, we do understand the need for clients to be comfortable with the whole model. Susan, who's the lady interviewing me at the moment, has helped us put a letter together, a very, very good one, and I think it'll be provided as a resource for any accountants going with this model, and we will actually use that. It's just at this time of the year we have so many letters that we send out. We've got to have the most effective one without it just being tossed in the rubbish bin like a lot of the other mail that we send out to our clients. So we're still considering the most effective option, but we do have a very good letter that we have ready to go. It won't just be part of the engagement letter, that will just be like a follow-up.
Okay. Do you have a threshold on the type of jobs, Anne, that Krishna does, like thresholds of dollar value?
No, we did. We originally thought, this is an option just for the low-level compliance work, but having him here in the office for the last 2 months, we could throw anything at him. So really up to, at the moment, he's just finished off quite a reasonable sized group with self-managed super fund, property trust, family trust, individuals, takes it right through, does the tax return. You know, he does very, very good work, and he's learned to do that in a very short period of time. So he's a very talented accountant. We're not just talking about people who are processing and aren't asking questions or aren't wanting to take it further. We've been very impressed.
Yeah. How do you cope with the time lag? Like, they're 4.5 hours behind. Does Krishna get in at 4 in the morning India time?
No, they start around about lunchtime, our lunchtime. So that has worked quite well for us, because it just gives us, if we've got a job there, we've got a couple of hours in the morning to put it together and get it organised. Chris comes into the office, it's ready to go for him. If he has any issues, we use standard work papers with review points on it, all electronic. He has them ready to go. Emails that there's review points, so we can check when we come in the morning, so that gives us a bit of time as well. So it hasn't been an issue for us at all, the time lag.
So with your standard work papers, are they standard Excel work papers that you've built yourself, or are they something that you use from a...
We actually use Business Fitness. That's our system here, and they have some very, very good work papers. So they're all Excel based, and we just provide it. It's a very large file. It's got everything you could possibly want on it, and he just has a blank file that he uses for every client.
Yeah. And of the different types of work that you give him, is there any particular standout type of work that seems to be more efficient than perhaps others?
No, he's been very good at all levels. I have been very pleasantly surprised, and I'm really very impressed at this stage. You know, I didn't think initially we weren't going to have him do tax returns, for instance. We thought, no, we'll look after the tax side of it, you know, because we need to monitor how those are done, but not anymore. I mean, I just say just do the tax returns, and if he's not sure about something, I say, well, look it up. He has access to all the subscriptions that we have, plus Boss provide all the subscriptions necessary, CCH and so on. So I find the best way is saying, look, if you're not sure about that, look it up. You know, and he does, he researches,
and he's got a team as well.
And he has a team, and they work together. So that means that we can really give him anything that we want to give him, and that's to the highest level.
So your recoverability on that time's pretty good?
It is. Probably the main issue for us has been, and we're working through it with Boss, is that we have a couple of months a year that we realistically won't be able to provide work. June is we have work here, but not work that we'd be asking anybody to do the processing work for. And December we close the office for 3 weeks over the Christmas period. So it's downtime. I mean, we're paying a set fee for the full year, which means that the hourly cost becomes a bit higher because of the downtime. But at this stage, it's fine. And going forward, you know, we're working on ways of making that even more efficient for us. And Boss and Steve is happy to listen to any suggestions and really wants to make it work for his clients. So we're finding that, you know, he's working to our advantage in that respect as well.
Yes, Steve, it's Jeff Annabeth.
Yeah, g'day Jeff, how are you, mate?
Not bad, thanks.
Good.
Have you made any more progress on Compardo? Have you been talking to any others?
Look, this Compardo seems to be a unique Queensland application, although I have heard of one firm in New South Wales that's using it. But effectively, our model demands that if a firm like yourself is ensconced in a software application, just like every other accountant that's been hired by Boss, they start off